Hi, this is Kathy Goodwin, and today we're going to talk about how to work with a copywriter to create your awesome website or sales letter or both. I got this idea because I was talking to a client recently who said, I thought about hiring someone from Craigslist, and I talked to a lot of copywriters, and a lot of them said, okay, I'll just write. And he said, no, I don't want you to write. I want to talk first about what my strategy should be. What should you write? What is this going to be about? How are we going to achieve the result we want? So that inspired me to create this video because some of you might have the same questions. Here's method number one for hiring a copywriter. Figure out what you need, and you find the cheapest copywriter, usually on Craigslist, usually for an hourly rate. This method can work if you know your branding, your strategy, and your USP, your unique selling proposition. That's what I call your fab factor. What makes you fabulous? What makes you stand out? And you know the basics of copywriting, so you'll recognize what's good. You won't have someone just give you a lot of nonsensical verbiage on paper and say, oh, okay, that's copy. And you'll know that not all copy is alike, and you know how to tell the difference. Method number two is a little more challenging. And I talk to a lot of people who have done this, and I've done this myself. You hire a branding consultant or a marketing consultant or some other kind of consultant or coach, and they give you a blueprint or a concept or an idea. And then you hire a copywriter to translate that concept or idea into compelling copy. This sounds really tempting, and I've been down that road myself, although of course I'd want to translate with my own copywriting. This method works if your concept, idea, or blueprint can be transformed into compelling copy and not disappear in a puff of smoke. And if you know how to separate smoke from substance. I'll give you a couple of examples from my own experience because I have been down this road. One marketing consultant was very excited about the way I'm calling some of my products espresso or cappuccino, and said, you are a high energy person, so that should really be your brand. We should make your whole website, your whole persona about energy. And that sounded really good. I was starting to get excited, and I'm a copywriter. I should know better. But when I sat down to write the copy, I realized that was not going to work. That was smoke, not substance. It was something I could use in some of my products, something I could incorporate in my pitch, but it was not something that I could really focus on in my website and my sales letters. Another example, and this is truly amazing. The person who suggested this is someone you might know who was maybe having a bad day. I was saying one day, I said, what I really do is rescue people from their lazy couch potato websites. And she got all excited and said, yes, that's brilliant. Lazy couch potato website. I love it. And I thought, hey, that sounds cool. So if you look back at some of my old material, you'll see lazy couch potato website in some of my taglines and some of my resource boxes on articles. Bad idea. Most people don't think of their websites as couch potatoes. The analogy is way too far-fetched, and it doesn't really communicate a benefit. So what you need to do is invest. If you're going to go down this route, invest in copywriting training or hire someone so you'll know how to translate this idea. And ideally, you will be able to tell if it's going to work before you get to the point of hiring a copywriter who will probably have to go back to square one or will miss the mark or get totally confused when trying to translate a concept, idea, or blueprint unless you've tested it yourself with your own knowledge of copywriting. Method number three is the one that works for me, and this is the way I usually work with my clients. This way you choose a professional who won't just write, but someone who advises you what to write about. That person will integrate strategy, and when you meet together, you do it as a team. You integrate strategy, branding, and copywriting, so everything meshes and everything works. And you work on the strategy and the branding as you write the copy. In fact, more than once, I have seen the branding emerge from writing the copy. They really work together. There's really a synergy and a synthesis. Ultimately, this saves your time and increases your return on investment. This is recommended especially when you're ready to take your business to the next level. So you need to invest in what's important. Many of my clients are very successful, and that's exactly what they want to do. Some of them are even marketing professionals. They want a second opinion. They are too close to their own material, but they have achieved some success and they're ready to move. and you want to make sure your project will get done and bring results. So many projects get stuck on the back burner, and that's what happens a lot with the first two methods. You'll either delegate this to someone from Craigslist who will kind of go off, and if you're lucky, you'll get something that's intelligible. And again, I've worked with people who have done this. I've seen this. Or you can do what I have done myself, is to try to get someone to give you a concept. So all you have to do is write the copy, and then somehow you get lost in translation, just like that movie. And then number 3 is a way to do it when you want to make sure that your branding and your strategy actually get translated and the thing gets done, so you can get moving and get some sales coming in. Your next steps. If you want to learn copywriting from a pro, this is the program that I recommend. You'll be surprised how many people have gone through Lori Morgan Ferrero's training programs. I did, and so many people now who are really at the guru level in their businesses started with Lori because they wanted to learn not only how to write copy, but even when they get too busy, they want to recognize the real deal from the imitations. You can also, I have a fast critique option where I do a video critique of your website or your sales letter. That's something you can do. It won't get written, but it will get critiqued. Not just a critique, but suggestions for how to make it better. More like a tutorial for your website, sales letter, or anything you would like looked at. Or I'll do the whole thing. That's certainly an option. If you've had copywriting training, you'll be able to work with me even better. We'll get things done faster. You'll be able to communicate your ideas more easily. Either way, we will get things done. I work very fast, and I enjoy working with someone who is moving to the next level, who is trying to grow strategy, branding, and come up with something that isn't just a cloud in the sky, but something that's a campaign that you can use to actually improve your bottom line and get more clients and sell more products more easily. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on a future video, maybe a class, maybe a call. Have a wonderful rest of the day.